What's up, you guys? It's 2Bricks and Happy New Year 2023. I have so many things that I want to get done this year. One of my New Year's resolutions is to keep going and do more and just bring you guys so much content, because I have so many thoughts in my head of things that I want to do and stuff that I want to bring you, and there just simply isn't enough time. So not going to waste any time this year. We're going to get kicked off right away with a model that I made last year, actually. This is something that I designed between larger projects at the end of, or to the tail end of last year, and I just never got around to shooting a video for it because I've just been that dang busy. So a friend of mine picked up one of these for me when they were at a horror convention, because they know that I love Lego, and this is not Lego, this is an off-brand thingy, but it's a xenomorph, which is something Lego has never made and probably never will, and it's very cool. So it kind of inspired me to finally tackle something that I've never actually tackled before and have been wanting to for many years, which is the power loader suit from the James Cameron classic Aliens, of course. James Cameron is all the rage now that his Avatar sequel is finally in theaters, so I figured this would be as good a time as any to bring this to you guys. So it's you know, it's a little project here, something that I have instructions for that are available. You can check the link down in the description and in the pinned comment, and you'll go to the page where you can get one of these for yourself. So yeah, being that it's a fairly small design, you know, the parts aren't going to run you too bad, and you can put one of these on your desk and have little alien battles with whomever. Obviously, I know this is not an alien queen, but at some point I'd like to have a stab at making one of those to go alongside this awesome power loader here. So today I'm just going to take you through, give you a look at all of the different articulation features and the way that this is all kind of put together, and then yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and grab one for yourselves, please feel free. So yeah, again, links down in the description. Folks always ask me, how do I get this, where do I get this? I always put all the info down in the description so you guys can check that out. Alright, so without further ado, let's jump in and take a look at the power loader and what it can do. So before I get into the actual mech itself, I just wanted to show you my Lieutenant Ellen Ripley figure. And it's kind of funny here, she is almost, it looks like she's wearing stilts. And that's because the measurements of the mech, the way that this is actually set up in real life, the figure would be required to have much longer legs than a minifigure has in order for it to work even at all a little bit. And so I extended the legs down to accommodate for that, and also to represent Ripley's super kick-ass sneakers that she wears that have the red and white look to them. And when she's actually in the mech, it looks fine. You don't really clock that her legs are way longer than they should be. And I used here the torso from the Friends Monica figure, and I also used the hair from the mini doll of Mirabelle from Encanto to represent what I think is a perfect representation of Ripley's hair from that particular movie. She's got the nice angry scowl going on here, so she looks like she's mean and ready for business. And Ripley does have to be fit in here a certain way, so her I'll show you that in a second, but her hands are turned backwards for a reason. That's just how she has to sit in the mech, because this thing is so, it's already oversized for something that's meant to be minifig scaled, and you can see it's pretty tiny. So that was something that I really struggled with in terms of the space to be able to fit the Ripley figure in here at all, and it was just a really tight squeeze. So yeah, she has to be fit in here a very specialist kind of way. But with Ripley out of it, let me just show you what the front of this looks like with the roll cage and everything. Yeah, I think it captures the look really well. We have the kind of the cage here that kicks out forward and then comes down at an angle. There's the representation in here, which is kind of a removable little add-on, but it's for the little tiny, not flamethrower, but little like welding torch that is mounted to the front of this thing. Let me just secure this roll cage in here real quick. There you go. We have the movable arm, so it's jointed at the shoulder where it can move, swivel up and down pretty much as you would want to. And then also it's on these pneumatic T-bar pieces right here, so the arms are able to splay in and out. It's also got joints here at the elbows, so we have the just the regular clip attachments there for that. And then you can see here also at the wrist, this you know, you have a really nice full degree of motion in here. And then as well, we can rotate, this clip piece in here. These bar clip pieces tend to be a little bit fragile, so I just like to hold on to it when I rotate it. But yeah, so you can then rotate the wrist as well, so you can get that nice kind of sideways look here for when Ripley first enters and she really means business. I think, pretty sure she has the forks of the forklift kind of out here like this. I say forklift because this is basically a robot forklift. And yeah, so that the hands are kind of in this position outwards like that, so you can replicate that. And in addition to that, the fingers can also compress, which is what, you know, realistically they're designed to be able to do. So they can come together to pinch cargo, move it where it needs to be, and then release with the claw arm here. So you just set those at the angle that you like. So a ton of articulation there in the arms. Really, really fun for that. I mean, the roll cage isn't really designed to move at all. It has a lot of articulating pieces that it's made out of to be able to achieve the relevant shape and everything. Then the legs don't really move. They're kind of locked in place except for a little bit of splay in and out like this. And then the ankle as well has some rotation to it. And that's just to allow you to set the feet flat on the ground when the thing is standing. And, you know, whichever angle the leg happens to be at, you can counter that angle with the ankle. So works really well. So yeah, that's kind of the front, that's the articulation there. There isn't any really articulation in the back. There's a lot of detail in here that is implied with pistons and cabling that runs right the way through, etc. Antennas and all that good stuff that you see on the actual model. But no, nothing's really designed to move back here as such. So yeah, there you go. I think I try to capture like every single type of piston and actuator and things that I see in here, because, you know, James Cameron loves his realistic implied mechanical details, and so I really had to try to capture that as faithfully as possible, because this is such an iconic piece of sci-fi history. I just needed to get it right. Also indicated in here are the little kind of joystick handles that Ripley uses to control the arms, although her arms aren't actually able to, you know, the minifigure's arms are not able to actually reach those because minifigs are really small. So they're just kind of in there for an indication of how she would control this thing. So let me go ahead and show you how to place Ripley inside of the power loader. So what I found is best to do is to just tuck the arms out of the way, because, you know, they're kind of unwieldy and they'll get in your way otherwise. And then you just pull forward on this section right here to disconnect the rest of the roll cage from these two bar pieces down in here. So those will be connected back in a second, but we just need to place Ripley in here first. So you can tuck that up like so, and then we place Ripley with her hands kind of in this downward position, facing backwards like this, and we just attach her hands onto these little kind of handlebar assemblies here. Let me just try to line this up. So there you go. So you place those both on there and you push it back as far as it'll go, and then her feet kind of naturally come to rest on the actual kind of foot pedals here, which you know, is where the thing would like lock into her shoes or her boots, and then she would be able to control the legs of the thing from there. And then her head just kind of rests very comfortably here up against this little recessed area back here where her hair has just enough room to fit, so that's all really nice. And you just fold the roll cage down, and then you just push these, sorry, so many little bits on this. You push this yellow connector piece in, and it just basically pushes the hands down and back as far as they'll go, and then also connects into that bar piece. So that is all nicely solid and locked in place and engaged now, and Ripley is in there. And of course, minifigures aren't actually able to splay their legs out, but it would be really cool to be able to have Ripley in that sort of badass, like wide stance that she takes. But at least the legs are able to do that of the actual mech itself. So that's something. And then, yeah, we can go ahead and just place the arms back in place, rotate up these handles so it looks like she's ready to grab them. And also you can, you know, shoot the alien queen in the face with a little bit of fire here from this handy little welding torch when she gets too close. And you're ready to defend Newt. So there you go. This one was a really, really fun one to design, especially with the very limited selection of yellow parts I have in my collection compared to other types of pieces. This was an interesting one, but yeah, really, really fun, and such an iconic piece. You know, James Cameron absolutely rocking it with his mechs. You know, we got him all the way through in Avatar, obviously the Terminator series. A lot of iconic mechs owed to that man, so thanks a lot, Jim. Yeah, so hopefully you guys got a kick out of this. if you do go ahead and decide to build one, let me know. Leave me a little review down in the comments what you think. This is not like my usual sort of spaceships and things where it's just this rock solid model that you can build and place down and that's it. This is very, very fiddly and articulated and filled with interesting little challenges for how to build it. So definitely a little bit different than my usual style. And I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. So yeah, let me know. Again, check out the rebrickable instructions down in the description. And yeah, that's video number 1 of 2023. So I've got a lot more to show you guys. So I'm going to get to work, and I'll see you on the next one.